always sad she's not a lap dog, so she can't be in the shot.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Another weekly vlog. Another dog that wants to go outside. What's going on, guys? Another weekly vlog, a Monday release date. We were helping an athlete down in Littleton yesterday and then played some Dungeons & Dragons afterwards, so video got moved to the next day, but man, what a good week. One of my best weeks of training yet. Some heavy lifts at up to RPE 8. This week should be a little bit heavier, up to 8.5 RPE, so yeah, I'm pleased with the way things are going and getting more and more excited for the stage. So yeah, stay tuned. Watch some training footage, listen to a voiceover, and I will see you guys next week. Take care. Well, hope everyone is having a good day so far. This is a really good week of training, and just in time considering, well, we've got, I guess, 2 and something weeks left. Just under 3 weeks, so yeah, feeling super excited. Training is heavy but doable. Even my days that are supposed to be lighter now feel heavier, and it's the weeks where like you never really get to full recovery, and so you go into each session kind of feeling a little bit beat up. All those typical memes of like taper, save me, and stuff like that are certainly coming. So a few modifications for this week, actually, the week after the week that is the footage that you're watching here. Specificity goes up a little bit. We say goodbye to the pitch shark, the single leg press, the machine chest press, and a few other things that have carried me and some muscle hypertrophy pretty far so far. And, that'll help me feel a little bit more practiced and just keep in a little bit more intensity as we close in toward the competition. I have mixed feelings about it. I feel like the pitch shark and the single leg press and things like that have been really useful for me for just keeping me healthy and letting me put on just additional lower body loading without needing to load my spine. Shout out to Natalie with some very heavy straps down work here as she preps for Open Worlds, actually. So about a month after I compete, we're going to Dubai for her competition, and then we take a little vacation in Spain afterwards, which I'm super excited about. Anyway, I just feel like those accessories have done a lot for me in keeping some volume in without necessarily kind of crushing me with overall soreness. Like, there certainly is a difference between the type of volume you get from pitch shark and the type of volume you get from a squat in the way that you might not, get equal exposure from both, and you might want to get in some extra leg press or something like that in. It just allows you to do more overall work too. So I had to bring over some kilo plates to continue to load this thing, but nice way to send off this exercise for a while. And certainly I'll be seeing this exercise again in a few weeks after training. It's useful. It feels good. It feels like I'm loading the quads. It has a similar movement pattern to the squat. So yeah, it's good stuff. That and the leg press as we push our way forward have been really good things. 4 plates on the machine chest press, also a good thing. So main story this week is I worked up to singles at roughly RPE 8 or just below it on squat, bench, and deadlift, and all of that felt crispy and good and at loads that I'm really satisfied with. So that is a byproduct of preparation, of execution on technique, of believing in myself, load selection, and good training partners to kind of help out. So I am now more than ever realizing kind of the confluence of all these factors and trying as much as possible to make myself ready for the day of competition. I think whatever happens, I will be the most prepared that I've ever been before, and that bodes well. So body weight is sitting just above the class right now at 105.5, 105.7 most days, so just about a pound and a half up. And it fluctuates downwards when I pay more attention to nutrition. Basically, when I stop kind of adding extra dietary fat to my meals, controlling things like added butter or substituting out things like chicken sausages for things like turkey lunch meat or something like that, and switching out cheese, full fat cheese for 2% cheese or something. So yeah, easy substitutions to make, and it'll be no problem making sure that I am at a comfortable body weight the day of competition and that weigh-ins won't be a stress. All booked on travel and flights and stuff like that, and crazy to see that my kind of moderate power day here is up to the loads that it is on bench press. Technique on bench press has been feeling really, really solid. Something about the way that I'm bringing the bar down to my chest is a little bit more like a, it's slightly more like a row and less more like, maybe more like a shoulder hinge and less like a direct row, if that makes sense. Obviously, I'm not trying to row the barbell. I'm just talking about kind of the direction that the bar path travels is a little bit more of an arc rather than a direct line. Whatever that is, it's not really a conscious thing I've been doing. It's a subconscious thing, but it lets me get in a tighter, more stable position with the pressure in my hands in the right way and my wrist stacked over my elbow in the right way, and all that means better presses. So that is ultimately the right home point here is better pressing. Deadlift technique also feels really polished. So does squatting. Well, I'll say squatting in general. The squat session that you guys just saw midweek was garbage to me. I was just fighting with position the whole time. The bar didn't even feel comfortable on my back, just kind of doesn't feel like it was sitting in the right position. Couldn't really feel like I was bracing. Felt like I was just fighting the whole way. Just weird. Those are kind of the sessions you just have to put out of your mind and just realize like, okay, well, this isn't the last training session I'll ever do. There's going to be another one up ahead. And it's easy to say that now, sitting in my chair, recording this voiceover, and it's much more difficult to do that when you're in the moment of the training session and just kind of living things set to set and figuring out like, why can't I fix this? What the hell is going on? So anyway, deadlift work for this week, up to a single warm-up swirl, feeling pretty snappy. I've done a good job of bringing, I think, the right blend of intensity to my deadlift sessions. I certainly think for me, there's a level of arousal that's too low where I just kind of, I'm a little too casual with pulling the bar off the floor, and I think I need a more heightened arousal state for my best performance, and I'm getting it now, so that's ultimately what matters, and yeah, I'm excited about that. Some fours here at 400, another good sign of progress that kind of my rep work is at 400s on bench press, and again, strongest I've ever been. So yeah, I'm just super excited about that. Over the weekend, we went down to Littleton to wrap some knees for Ellen Gosling. That was fun. We've had some of our training partners putting up some really big loads. So if you guys are ever around the area of Fort Collins, please come out and check out Elevate Barbell. It's not my gym. It's Eric Bodhorn's gym. He is another of the coaches at the Strength Athlete who we've had on the Instagram talking about strength topics. He's on the podcast. He's actually working on 2 new podcast episodes right now that are coming out. So I'm very excited to announce those. Those will be some great episodes. Actually, I think this will be the last time I'm doing pistols too for a little while, as those kind of fade into the background. But yeah, as far as stuff TSA is up to, we are coaching a few universities and happy to be pursuing that. So Hanny was out at Auburn University this past weekend. We just got USC started off with their semester. And I think we're in talks with another university as well. We've got the freebies that we've been working on. I've been working on updating our general athlete Google Sheets to make those more mobile friendly and responsive. So that's been a really fun project for me, and I just can't wait to see our athletes kind of do their thing on that. So despite the fact that I'm prepping for nationals, the rest of life continues to go forward as TSA carries on. We've got a number of athletes that we're excited to work with at nationals as well, in the prime time and not in the prime time, just bringing out their best performances. So that's I think the part that matters most, is just seeing these athletes put up their best performances where it matters and finding success and making the most out of this whole thing. This is about to end here, but I guess I'll talk for a little bit more and just kind of let this run a little bit long. It's easy to get focused on the numbers of powerlifting, but I think a lot of times we fail to realize that powerlifting is about more than just the numbers. It's about the connections that we make with people, the lessons that we learn from lifting, about, what we discover about ourselves and what we're able to give back to other people and learn at a deeper level. So if there's anything that we learn, it is through using powerlifting as a lens to understand ourselves, understand what effort is, what struggle is, working through problem solving, understanding exercise science at a fundamental level, how to talk with other people, how to encourage other people. There's just so much that's not just about the mechanics of sitting down and standing up with a barbell on your back and, doing more in 6 months than you've done today. So, just carrying on that message and trying to live that myself as often as I possibly can. All right. Hope you guys have a good week up ahead. I'm off to my heaviest week of training before nationals, so ready to crush it. Talk to you guys soon.